Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You gotta hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from me. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
They gonna give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
In a jaw-dropping twist, Bill Haney, the bold and brash father trainer of boxing star Devin Haney, has unleashed a scorching attack on none other than Floyd Money Mayweather. Haney dropped bombshell claims suggesting that Mayweather's legendary wealth might be more illusion than reality. According to him, the boxing icon's extravagant lifestyle and relentless flaunting of riches are little more than smoke and mirrors, crafted to maintain a meticulously engineered persona.
When your A game is gone, what adjustments are you going to make? And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Floyd Mayweather has made major power moves in the real estate world. In late 2024, he reportedly snapped up over 60 buildings in Upper Manhattan for around $42 million. The impressive haul includes more than 1,000 apartment units and multiple retail spaces, all owned outright, with 0 partners. But he didn't stop there. Mayweather also poured money into a jaw-dropping $10 billion megaproject featuring 18 office towers totaling 10 million square feet, spread across New York, Chicago, and Jersey City.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I gotta go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
Bill Haney has taken public aim at Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of financially neglecting those within his inner circle. Haney raised eyebrows by questioning how money is really being distributed at Mayweather Promotions, pointing out that if the company is as profitable as it claims, figures like Calvin Ford shouldn't be looking financially strapped. He stressed that taking care of your team isn't optional, it's essential to keep morale high and ensure everyone's well-being.
I think it's personal between you and Calvin. Also, it's Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
for those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Ain't be one looking good and the rest of the crew as you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Haney didn't stop there, he also took a jab at Mayweather's pivot from competitive bouts to exhibition matches, implying the move is less about love for boxing and more about chasing checks. According to Haney, Mayweather's priorities now seem centered on cashing in, not preserving the integrity of the sport that made him a legend.
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd said, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
Reports indicate that Mayweather has shown frustration over not landing a deal comparable to the one Devin Haney secured, a sore point that's now fueling speculation he may be intentionally blocking Haney's chances to face high-profile opponents like Rolando Rolly Romero or Gervonta Davis. The controversy has sparked backlash from industry heavyweights, including Oscar de la Hoya, who slammed Mayweather for allegedly sabotaging a potential blockbuster clash between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. they have been in the background, sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm going to make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm going to make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oscar de la Hoya has suggested that Floyd Mayweather's occasional returns to the ring are driven by financial need rather than love for the sport. According to de la Hoya, boxers like Floyd often end up broke due to extravagant spending habits, and considering Mayweather's high-rolling lifestyle, from fleets of luxury cars to designer wardrobes and private jets, the concern doesn't seem far-fetched.
Enjoy his lucrative contract. He's going to fight the very best, unlike Floyd. Waits for fighters to either be over the hill or too young, the way he fought Canelo when he was too young.
Right.
Look, hey, if Floyd really wants to fight, if he really wants to come out of retirement and crawl under his rock, then call out Canelo once again at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds, call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old.
Right.
Of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down, you think?
Easy.
What's your message to Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
you think Canelo's gonna out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make
by
more
far,
money than Floyd?
by far. Canelo's 28 years old.
Right.
And he's already made, what, $500 million?
Right.
Easy.
Mayweather Jr. has long held his place among the world's top-earning athletes, raking in massive paydays with each fight. A prime example, his 2017 showdown with Conor McGregor, where he reportedly pulled in around $275 million, one of the biggest single-event payouts in sports history.
My most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
Tell me about your watch collection, dude. You have to have one of the biggest watch collections in the world.
My watch collection, I think I got somewhere upwards of 100 watches. And I got a lot of $1 million watches.
What should I pay for this one? What do you think? You're here for me now. I need some help. Help a little man out, okay?
That watch is a couple $100,000. Easy, but it's worth it. Because it goes up in value. It appreciates, not depreciates.
Dude, how do you buy a $17 million watch?
No, 18.
18, sorry.
Floyd Mayweather has never been one to downplay his success, often proclaiming that no boxer in history has achieved what he has. His confidence is undeniable, but his constant comparisons to others both bolster his brand and draw criticism. Known for flaunting his opulent lifestyle, from private jet getaways to luxury indulgences, Mayweather lives large. Yet, critics argue that this level of extravagance, if not matched by steady, sustainable income, could eventually take a toll on even the fattest bank account, raising concerns about long-term financial stability.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather has never been one to downplay his success, often proclaiming that no boxer in history has achieved what he has. His confidence is undeniable, but his constant comparisons to others both bolster his brand and draw criticism. Known for flaunting his opulent lifestyle, from private jet getaways to luxury indulgences, Mayweather lives large. Yet, Critics argue that this level of extravagance, if not matched by steady, sustainable income, could eventually take a toll on even the fattest bank account, raising concerns about long-term financial stability.
You want me to show you right now? Yeah, call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
Let me show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you gotta pick a couple people up. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey and go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
Okay, so it'll be. I mean, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. So you got an hour, about an hour to play. I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
Yeah, I'm done.
The obsession with luxury and showmanship, as embodied by Mayweather, can come with serious financial consequences. Even top earners aren't immune. Excessive spending on high-end items without a solid financial strategy can eventually lead to money troubles, no matter how big the paycheck.
Andrew, especially, was a very successful kickboxer, 4-time world champion. His boxing sitting right behind me right now. But the most he ever got paid for a fight, and he says it's open, is 50 grand. By the time you pay your trainer and your manager 10% each, you got to eat, you got to train for 12 weeks. I mean, if you work out the hours you put in, you're making $15 an hour. It's not amazing money.
Haney criticizes Mayweather for shifting from a celebrated boxing icon to a money-driven persona, claiming he now prioritizes massive paydays over giving fans meaningful, high-quality fights. In contrast, Haney highlights his own philosophy, putting the fans first by delivering entertaining, competitive matchups instead of chasing the biggest check.
You're saying Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give.
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you're the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we done charge $57. Listen, we going to give you the best fights, and we going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bull fight, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
In multiple interviews, sports analyst Stephen A. Smith hasn't held back in voicing his unease with Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fight strategy. While he admitted that the bout with Conor McGregor was justifiable given McGregor's background in combat sports, Smith made it clear that everything after that crossed the line. Handpicking opponents far below Mayweather's caliber, just to collect easy paychecks, he argued, chips away at the legacy Floyd spent decades building. For Smith, the message was loud and clear: money had overtaken meaning, and Mayweather seemed more concerned with padding his bank account than preserving his place in boxing history.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never gonna stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You wanna get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that, it was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC, I get it.
Allegations have surfaced questioning the truth behind Mayweather's bold claims of earning $100 million in a single night. According to insiders within the boxing world, those eye-popping figures may be more fiction than fact, carefully crafted to maintain a larger-than-life image rather than reflect financial reality.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $60 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got $30 million and one got $29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box.
this. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Really?
Why? You think he blew through all of his money?
Logan Paul has openly accused Floyd Mayweather of withholding payment from their high-profile exhibition match. Despite the event generating massive revenue, Paul claims he still hasn't received his full share, shedding light on possible red flags in Mayweather's financial dealings behind the scenes.
Jake, true or false and why, did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah.
I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make $100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that he wanted to do another exhibition. Now this is the same guy. They said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it the whole entire time.
Floyd Mayweather is facing criticism for allegedly putting profits ahead of real competition this time, when it comes to arranging fights for Devin Haney. Bill Haney has suggested that Mayweather is intentionally steering clear of setting up high-stakes bouts for Devin, especially against elite names like Gervonta Davis, in favor of more financially driven matchups. His remarks echo a growing frustration among fans and boxing insiders who believe Devin has earned the right to face top-tier opponents but is being benched due to behind-the-scenes business priorities.
Because no one want to say that because we're available now. So all that other shit. I'm wanting to see who gonna mention Tank other than us. Tank, where you at, Tank? Because now, guess what? We're free and you are. I mean, not free, literally, because you know, they was talking 5% and they might think free means free. You know what I mean? So let's clear that up. Ain't no fight, we don't got no fight, so what's gonna happen? Tank.
At 140.
Yeah, stop me from saying his name. Punch me in the mouth, because I'm gonna keep on saying Tank. Don't want to fight Devin, period.
Despite past tensions, Mayweather has recently expressed interest in sitting down with Bill Haney, signaling a potential thaw in their relationship. This change in tone hints at a possible reconciliation, or at the very least, a shared willingness to explore lucrative opportunities involving Devin Haney in the ring.
On FaceTime with me.
I don't know how it went.
No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know how it
Yeah,
went.
he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, you know, saying, where's Bill? You know, putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Black? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You cussed him out. You gotta hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
Mike Tyson hasn't held back in his criticism of Floyd Mayweather, particularly when it comes to Mayweather's habit of constantly flaunting his wealth and accolades. While Tyson fully acknowledges Floyd's talent in the ring, he's been less impressed by his behavior outside of it. On a candid episode of his Hot Boxin' podcast, Tyson said, "Awesome fighter, great fighter. Even though he's a little too into himself, he should be. I was the same way too, but you've got to come to reality at some point. He needs to put his head down and guard. We're nothing to be arrogant." Asterisk.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stays in the gym. He can't help it. He don't do drugs. That's his heroin. The gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
Gym.
Floyd Mayweather has always been business savvy from the start of his career, but his approach to securing wealth has raised several ethical concerns. From allegedly avoiding payments owed to others to inflating his earnings, There are times when Floyd's portrayal of success appears more rooted in illusion than in true integrity.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Is Floyd Mayweather still the financial powerhouse he claims to be, or is Bill Haney uncovering a truth the boxing world has overlooked? Share your thoughts in the comments below.